Yeah. Parking lot, yeah. Put your hands in the parking lot, my gator walks light, limb, stepping out slick. Probably fuck a mouth quick, hey, then get out, bitch. I'm a bust a slight move, hit a slight groove, type smooth, fucking with the right dude. Go talk that talk, hey, chickens get ball, play around, get chalk, bitches in ball, hey, get it wholesale, hotel, top shit, hey, pockets on swear, I'm a pimp claim, get seen, snapping roasted, ho please, bitch I'm big mad, don't get slack, keep a man tight, that's big fat, what you say, shout out all my mommies getting food stamps, straight from us, and your bank account got a few bands, straight from us, bouncing to the ounce in a new trend, stunting for the summer with your new man, maybe I need to take a trip, man, out to California, hey, smoking on the finest piff, man, you know you wanna join up, hey, I think I end up here again, man.
Hello? Yeah, right.
Let's double up.
Tootsie roll, getting to the guap. I'ma set up shop for such a loafers on your sofa. Pouring Perrier for the soldiers. Night shipping graveyard, moving A bars. OG Mac and shit. Alright, pull your player card. Troops, get the damn loot. Let me get him shoot. Talking out of place.
Mr. Mac, how are you?
Acrobatic making
You watching, man. I just want to let you know we see you. You know, you getting all this money. You live in Legends, a nice house. Really nice house.
Make sure you just watch from out there, though, bro.
From out there, I ain't got no problem with that. Mr. Mac, blessing hoes, breaking bitches back. That was my song. I like that song, man. I like that song. I just want you to know we watching you, baby. We see you.
Hey, I think I end up here again, man. I probably hit my little slim thing. I move a hoe like Fillmore Slim, man. It's all about the pimp game. Hey, what you say?
On the way. Take a trip for a couple weeks. Hold it down.
So it's a night at the goddamn chateau. It's your boy DJ Mo Green in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I'ma keep spinning. We gonna keep winning. These haters gonna keep grinning. You dig?
Real talk, from a real G to a real walk. If a bitch don't feel you, she don't pity you. If she don't respect you, she gon' reject you. From instruction, when it's production, she don't listen. She can't be corrected and she can't be directed. Now, how we know the game and what right clothes and get chose?
I'm 3 deep, 2 bitches in the backseat, rolling up a fat sheet. Smoke good on a bad week, cruising down on Georgia Ave. I hit my little cousin block. Gotta get some game to the thighs. I roll smooth in a hard top coupe, it's dark blue. Thuggin' with my bottom bitch, she really the truth. I bust a right, a left, 4 hands on deck. Hit the blade 10 fade, got the hose on check. I'm styling, on a punk trick, I'm sliding. Really cross country, had the hose on the island. Flashy, bitch, ain't that classy. Pop a little pussy. pussy, shut your mouth, don't sass me. You pass me, catch me looking clean on the set. Real live piece, keep the mink on the vest. I'm big time, had to sprinkle finesse. Whole crew cap talking Mitchell and Ness, y'all ain't real. Old square ass niggas.
Slide through the point, had to hit B and J. Hammers on the 50, but I still let it swing. Maneuver. Gotta make a shake. Bitches tapping in, cause I'm living what I say. Mackin', 4-5 pack. Had to switch it up, cause my 9 kept jamming. Had a bitch named Cassie, I think she was a cat. Bad in real life, so she far from a catfish. Cut a bitch off so fast, I ain't happy. Like my bitch is automatic, I don't do the manual. Bitch, I'm proud of you. I'ma buy you stocks and shit. This a long-term play, all is bigger than the trick. Profiling, bitch, I'm on my P's and Q's. Wrapped on this beat so the P's can grow. If this don't work, I got P's to move. Spend this last on the bitch, nigga, he's a fool. Big time Mac in my watch, a Audi. You spent a cool penny, but your diamond's cloudy. My life's astounding, I'm constantly counting. You stalking a bitch, you constantly hounding. Hey, hey, hey.
What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV. Shout out to everybody who support the platform. Much love. I appreciate all the love and the support. Shout out to the masculine mercenaries, man. One love to all my madam mercenaries. And we back here on SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV with another show. Tonight, the first thing I need y'all to do is like the stream. Make sure y'all like the stream. Make sure y'all like the stream. Make sure y'all like the stream. After y'all like the stream, make sure y'all share the show. Share the show. Share it on your community tab, your Discord server, anywhere that you share videos. It's very much appreciated. If this is your first time here, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, so you're notified every time I drop some new content. Also, make sure you financially support the show. You can do that by going to CashApp $SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV. It's on the screen and it's also going across your screen. Make sure you financially support the show. If you have any questions, any comments that you would like me to address, put it through the super chat and I will post it. I appreciate all the love and the support. Shout out to everybody, man. And we back with another one. Tonight's show is called The Buying and Selling of Dysfunction. The buying and selling of dysfunction. What a lot of us don't realize, and we're going to go ahead and get right into it. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. What a lot of us don't understand is in relationships, there's always a transaction being made. Whether it's a financial transaction or it can just be the transference of energy. This is why you hear a lot of people speaking about vibes, being around people with good vibes, being around good vibes. And that is because there's always a transaction in play when you're dealing with people. There's always a transaction being made. And a lot of times, a lot of us don't understand what someone is selling. And a lot of times we don't realize what we're buying. And when I say this, I'm speaking in terms of relationships. See, you got to understand, fellas, when you hear this whole thing going around now about game, you have to understand that the game is sold and not told. Now, that may sound cliche and cool, but it's very true and it has relevance to this topic. When they say the game is sold not to be told, it's because in order for you to apply the game effectively, you must be a great salesman. You see? See, you got to understand your image, the way you look, your clothes, your wardrobe, the way you smell. All of these are marketing tools, promotion, tools of promotion. So when you're selling yourself to a woman, the way you dress, the way you smell, the way you speak is all a part of the game, because you're selling you to her, or you're selling her an idea of you. And guess what she's doing? She's doing the same thing, except she's not directly selling the way we are. Women are a little bit more covert, unless she's the type of woman that's for sale, if you get what I'm saying. But you have to understand that this is what you're doing. You're selling yourself to women when you tell a woman that you're a high value man based on how much money you make. See, all of that criteria, your resume, when you go in and applying for a job and you write out a resume, that is you trying to sell yourself to the employer so you can be hired. You're trying to prove to this employer that you're worthy of the job. You have to sell yourself. What helps sells you is your resume and your interview. And this is what happens with guys. They come online and they sell themselves. I'm a high value man. I make 6 figures. I wear suits. I wear ties. I worked here. I worked there. He's selling himself. This is his game. See, being a square is game also. Being a simp is game. You got simp game, you got square game. That's the square game. Oh, I worked in corporate America. Oh, I made $100,000 a year. That's square game. You're selling yourself to this woman. You're trying to get her to believe that you're the best candidate for her at this point in time based on your criteria. You're selling yourself. You're selling yourself to a perhaps buyer. Shout out to Hill Zen. Appreciate you, family. You see? And a woman sells herself how? By how she dresses. By how her body is shaped. Her image. Same thing. Same thing. And it's the same type of game. You got women who are squares, who present themselves as the squares. That's square game for women. And then you got the women who are a little bit more flirty, who are a little bit more provocative in their dressing. That's all game. So there's always a buyer and a seller. You see? But you have to be able to discern what she is trying to sell you. You have to be able to look beyond the veil. When you become a certain age as a man, you're supposed to be able to look at a woman and be able to see certain things off the rip. And I'm not talking about just some things, you know, some superficial stuff. No. After a certain age, you should know how to read a woman by how she shows up. You should know how to read her. Because that is how you can determine what she's trying to sell you. What kind of game she's trying to sell you. Is she spitting whole game? Is she spitting square game? Is she spitting thought game? What is she trying to sell you to get you to buy into? See, y'all brothers, a lot of brothers, man, have been so used to paying with actual money that they don't understand that they buy into a woman's deception before she actually takes your money. Let me repeat that. Before the woman actually gets your money, you have already bought into what she's selling you. So if you're walking down the street and a prostitute is able to stop you and talk to you, you have already bought into what she's trying to sell. She just ain't get your money yet. You see? Because you want to listen to what she has to say. So she's already reeled you in. Now, once she gets you to stop and talk, that's when the whole game kick in. And she start telling you shit you want to hear. And what she'll allow you to do, but it comes with a price. And once she done got you all riled up, and what she'll allow you to do and what she'll want to do to you, she already know that getting your money is the easy part at this point. See? You buy into things before you actually lose your money, buddy. You see? See, you don't just like thoughts and loose women because you pay for them. You like to talk to them. You like the interaction. You like the energy transfer between you and those type of women. So what you doing is you're buying into her dysfunction. You see, that's what you're paying for before she gets your money. Because a woman who sells her body, she's selling her dysfunctions. You see? She's just using her body as a vehicle to express her dysfunctions. And you buy into her dysfunction by allowing her to sell it to you, which in turns prove and show your dysfunction as a man. See, I bet y'all never thought about it like this. But that's what it is. The buying and selling of dysfunction is what we're dealing with, is what we see. This is why we're having the problem we're having with our women. And the women are having the problem that they're having with the men. Because we're buying and selling dysfunction to each other. She buys into your sexual impotence, and you buy into her whoredom. This is how the whore and the Jonathan connects. Because most dudes that are always looking to purchase vagina, most of them, their number one problem is sexual impotence. This is why a lot of these guys don't want to get women and be in relationships, because they having problems sexually. So they figure if they go and pay a woman, she's not going to judge him. She's not going to judge me. She's not going to judge my size. She's not going to judge my stamina because I paid. You see the dysfunction? And she buys into that. You see? This is why the top-notch, escorts and the women of the night, when you watch interviews of them, what do you hear a lot of them say? A lot of them say most of their high-paying customers, they don't have sex with them. They just talk to them. Because the Jonathan is there telling her his problems and what he been through in his life. This is what the high-level women of the night are doing. You see? They're counseling these guys. But that's going to come with a fee. And a lot of these guys don't mind paying women to make them feel better about themselves. You don't want to listen to a fellow brother You don't want to sock it to my pockets. But you're going to go and speak to a person who's just going to make you, who's just going to pat you on your head and charge you an extra $200 because she done spent the extra 2-3 hours with you. See, the hoe knows you're just as dysfunctional as her. That's why she's always looking for that man that's gonna take her off the streets one day and take care of her. This is why a lot of them have that fantasy in their mind. Because what they're looking for is they're looking for that guy who's not broken like her, or who has healed from his trauma, so he can direct her and help herself heal. You see? So a lot of you guys can't even really connect with women because you're so disconnected from your true self. How can you be in a relationship with a female if all you used to doing is paying for women? If all you used to doing is paying for escorts, of course you're not going to know how to get along with a woman in a relationship. You have to understand that doing something like that is not normal. You guys have to get out of that mindset. Paying for escorts that's not normal. That is not just something men do because we're men and we have penises. That is not true. That is not true. Most guys pay for the easy access to sex. And another thing, most guys pay for it, like I said, because they have sexual hangups. So they go and purchase the escort to not be judged. He doesn't want his dysfunctions on display and to be judged. See, if you got a girlfriend, she's going to speak on your shortcomings. No pun intended. But she's going to speak on these things. She's going to speak on your sexual hangups. She's going to want to have conversation. She's going to want to know why you can't last more than 7 minutes. She want to know this. But when you go visit homegirl in the hotel, she's not worrying about that. She's making you feel like a king in your 7 minutes. And this is what you guys are paying for. You're not paying for vag. Stop coming on here acting like this is what you're doing. Because brothers like me know, you're not paying for vag. The vag is just something you could brag about. Oh, I got some vag today. But what you're really trying to do is you expressing your dysfunction. A lot of you guys think sex is what make you a man. That's why y'all got a lot of hangups with women too, in relationships. Because y'all think sex is what make you a man. See, that all of these things and these hangups y'all have is all dysfunction. And what y'all do is when y'all get on these panels and y'all try to get women, this is what I see. Y'all are trying to get women to understand why y'all dysfunctional and why y'all feel it's okay to be dysfunctional. And y'all excuse for feeling like it's okay to be dysfunctional is because she's dysfunctional. So basically what you just admitted, brother, is you're buying what she's selling. This is why I did the video, The Gatekeeper of Sex and the Gatekeepers of Marriage. Women are the gatekeepers of sex. So if she's selling sex, you don't have to buy it. You know why? Because you want a marriage and you're the gatekeeper of marriage as a man. So you don't have to buy sex if you're looking for marriage. You see? But you have a problem with her selling sex because you buy sex. You're buying what she's selling. You're paying for the dysfunction. You're paying to interact with her dysfunctions. This is what you guys do. But y'all don't see it that way. I heard a dude say on a panel that a woman has to give him sex in order for him to pay her attention. These dudes don't, y'all dudes don't understand how dysfunctional y'all really be sounding. Y'all don't get it. This is why y'all have a problem with women who will go give their vagina to somebody else. Because y'all have your own hang-ups. This is why y'all keep falling for the okie doke when it comes to these women. The women are now a staple in the black manosphere. The women. You know why? Because y'all bought what they were selling. This is why they say y'all have no reason to complain. We have no reason to complain, fellas. This is why they say this. Because we're buying their bullshit. If we know it's bullshit, why do we keep buying it? Why do we keep addressing it? Obviously, it means a whole lot to you. You know what means a lot to me? The state of black men. And you know why I'm concerned about that? Because when I interact with other black men, I show them respect. You see? But see, you dudes are more concerned with the dysfunctions of what these women are trying to sell you. And guess what they're selling you? They're selling you what you claim you don't want. Dysfunction. That's what they're selling. Now, if we know why women are broken, then our men are broken. We know if our men are broken, then we know why women are broken. So why do we keep buying and selling dysfunction to one another? Hmm? Why do we keep buying and selling dysfunction to one another and saying that that's love? Why we keep buying and selling dysfunction to one another and then having children out of this? Should our children keep being the byproducts of our dysfunction? Because that is what the black youth is. They are the byproducts of our dysfunctions and our unresolved traumas. So brothers, just stop buying what she's selling. It's that simple. Stop buying what she's selling. Because she's selling dysfunction. And brothers, stop running around here selling dysfunction. See? Stop selling some shit you don't want. And stop accepting what you don't want. And this is why I say we got to heal before we build. Because if we don't, this is going to continue to be the transaction between black men and black women. Dysfunction, the buying and selling of it. And then the dominant society, what they come and do? They come and take it to mainstream media and turn it into reality TV and turn it into talk shows and turn it into you are not the father. And then they become profiteers of pain. They become the profiteers. Shout out to Gold Professor. Appreciate you, man. Salute. So shout out to everybody in the building. Salute to everybody. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share the stream. If you haven't yet, CashApp $SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV is where you can go to financially support the show. Also, click in the description box. Click the link in the description box. Get your A game, fellas. Get on your A game. It's 2021. Go and check out my video I just put up. 21. The year 2021. Get on your A game, fellas. Click the link in the description box. Type in sheep 10 and get 10% off on your first order, man. I appreciate all the love and the support. Shout out to the masculine mercenaries. One love to all my madam mercenaries. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.